أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So this is me Swaya Bashir, member of GIO Chennai, and I'll be the convener for today's workshop, inshallah. So let's begin our workshop with a few recitations from our Holy Quran by our GIO member, Sister Bashira.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Am I audible, sister?
Yes.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Yes, you're audible. Hope I am audible too.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سورة الألق. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. خلق الإنسان من علق. اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful. Recite in the name of your Lord who created. He created man from a clinging substance. Recite, and your Lord is the most generous, who taught by the pen, taught man that which he knew not. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Jazakallah khairan Bashira for the beautiful Qiraat. Now I welcome our GIO President, Sister Kausar Ataullah, to deliver the welcome address.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very warm afternoon to one and all gathered here. On behalf of Girls Islamic Organization, I welcome you all to our first workshop of the year, Examophobia. The fear of exam is genuine. This is a very common phenomenon among students, especially when an important examination is approaching or when we have a gap from offline exams right after a series of casual online tests and examination. A wise person once said, fear inherently is not meant to limit you. Fear is the brain's way of saying that there is something important for you to overcome. And to help us overcome this challenge, we have with us today Dr. R. Vijaya Saraswati, CEO and founder of Goodwin Academy, Director, International Affairs of International Human Rights Association, serial author, inspirational coach, and 3 times World Book of Record winner. We are glad to have you, ma'am, as a keynote speaker. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us today. I humbly invite you to take over the session.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Praise the Lord. How are you people?
Wa alaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
Amazing. So today we are here to conquer fear of exam. Anything which we are scared of, we call it as phobia, right? Fear. So the name itself is amazing. So I salute GIO for this name, Examophobia. I really love that. So see, any diagnosis is done in order to conquer it, right? Like you said, the brain gives you a signal, this is fearful, so you have to do it. It's like alarm. The brain is giving you a thought process. So like that, whatever a brain can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So if your brain believes that you will have the papers comparatively easy, it will be. But that is only when you're prepared. Chance favors the prepared. The brain will get a signal if you're well prepared that the paper will be easy, and whatever you fill in your subconscious mind will be true. Because 95% of our brain is subconscious. Whenever we use our right hand, our left part of the brain will work. And whenever we use the left hand, our right part of the brain will work. So, our right brain is logical thinking. It will not ask questions. It will only believe what you believe. And whenever we are doing anything with the intuitional mind, that is, your right brain is intuition. No, we actually should say, I should have said illogical. But if you do anything with your left brain, it will ask you questions, it will ask you commands, it will ask you for proof, it will ask you for demonstration of why, what, and how. So, to have the right balance, to strike the right balance, we have whole brain techniques. So, whole brain techniques are the ones which will use both your left and right part of the brain wholesomely. So, this theory of intelligence is very important in order to evade your examophobia. Don't worry about taking notes. If you can concentrate on what I'm saying, it will be great, because I'm going to give you all the slides which will be shared with you. Okay, we will have all the points which is covered in examophobia PDF file. We also will have all the techniques that we are going to cover in our international teaching methodologies. So the first thing what I'm going to teach you is how to remember loads of things when the information is overload and you have to remember something very important. So for this, I call it as graphical visualization. So graphical visualization is very important in order to remember information. For example, we have uh, things which are constant and things which are variable. Constant in the sense that will not change for any reason whatsoever. Let me take the example of grammar, English grammar. We all have parts of speech. We have noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, interjection, and conjunction. Will it change? No. So this we put into the basket of constant. That means once we read, we have to remember it forever. This is grammar. So what you have to do, you have to know what is the information we have to store in our permanent memory and what is the information we have to store in our temporary memory. See, there is no, good or bad brain. Okay, there is only trained or untrained brain. So train your mind to catch your exam train. Your uh, your brain loves things which are uncommon, unseen, unheard, different. Your brain needs a kick because it is a biological supercomputer. Your brain is a biological supercomputer. There is nothing in comparison with your brain. It is super powerful. Like I said, your brain has more than 100 million neurons. It's all interlinked and interconnected. So the best way for your brain to remember is repetition, impression, and association. Whatever your brain is impressed with will be, stored for longer time. So you should be aware what is that you want to keep in your brain and what is that you want to, dispose of. So that is why we say brain is a storehouse, is a library. So you choose to keep, you choose to evade or delete. In order to do that, your brain should be healthy. The first and foremost point for examophobia is to keep your brain healthy. How are you going to keep your brain healthy? That is through graphical visualization. I'll actually give you a live example so that you can remember it forever. You can use it for your exams. Is that okay? If it is okay, all of you type okay in your chat so that I get to know that there is participation. Okay, so I see Mubina typing okay, Fatima okay, Moshina okay. Wow, nice to see all you people. Suhera, Fatima, Almas, welcome to the show. I'm so glad you all are here. Sumaya Bashir, okay. So Safia is saying, okay, so I know you all are participating. So the first thing your graphical memory or visualization should remember is your label. What is your label? See, when we are born, immediately, they do azan, they give you your name, right? So that name is so powerful. Yeah, it's given by our parents. They would have well thought of, they would have, well researched, and they give us a name. So all you have to do is close your eyes and prefix a name for yourself. The only condition is that name should be positive. You can give marvelous, spectacular, excellent, wonderful, smart, hardworking, anything you want. Fabulous, awesome, amazing. It should define you. It should define you completely, because only if we love ourselves, we can give that love to other people. So, all I want you to do is close your eyes, bring a nice smile on your face. We are the ones who always give Almighty the total surrender. Our Almighty is omnipresent, and we know Jazakallah khair, He is the best, and you know that it is powerful enough for you to give a label for yourself. And that label can be changed whenever you want. I call myself vivacious Vijaya, victorious Vijaya, valuable Vijaya. At times I appreciate myself by saying hardworking Vijaya. So you have to close your eyes and give a label for yourself very much, because your inner voice matters. Every day, for all that effort you put, you have to close your eyes and thank yourself, because gratitude is the key. The more you give gratitude to Almighty, the more you get. Because thankfulness is the only key for elevation to success. If you have to evade fear, if you have to do well in exam, you have to first prepare your subconscious mind, your brain, not to fear, isn't it? So what we do is we close our eyes, think of an adjective for yourself, your describing word, and please put it in the chat box. I will love to see fabulous Fatimas and awesome Asias and all those people who are here. Just give a nice, wonderful this one. I see elegant Nadia Tehrin. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Amazing. Hardworking Nusrat. I love this. Hardworking is my favorite word, to be honest. So this is amazing. So all of you can please give yourself your, um, uh, uh, I see two of them here. Elegant Nadia, hardworking. If you have not yet thought about your name, please think about the adjective for yourself and give it to you, so that you know. Multi-talented Rimsha. I know it is very difficult for us to, define ourselves, but the best part is we can define ourselves every day. Wonderful Rabia. Rabia Tasneem, I'm so happy that you are calling yourself wonderful. It's so important for us to validate ourselves to ourselves, because it is our reflection which matters. Creative Nusrat, I'm so glad, because only when we ponder our thoughts, we find that we are amazing, we are deeply rooted, we are fabulous with our flawfulness, isn't it? So I'm so glad. So it is very important for us to accept, adjust, and appreciate ourselves on daily basis, because your brain asks for validation on daily basis. Whenever you're feeling that you have done a mistake, or you didn't prepare well, or you didn't use your time well, or you were, a kind of distracted, all that you have to first, uh, forgive yourself. So I'm so glad to see successful Nabiha, because when you believe you're successful, when you believe that you're hardworking, when you believe in yourself, that is when we can build far and wide values. And then when I was talking about graphical visualization, this is what you have to visualize, that you will get a good percentage. You have to visualize that you are working very hard, and you have to always give time some time. Have an activity log to prepare how you're going to prepare for the day. Endurable Mubina, lovely love. So what you have to do is you have to prepare an activity log. You have exams. So what time should I do my revision? When should I work out the sums? When should I, have time to read the lessons, by heart the definitions, and apply the concepts and methodologies. So you have to have a clear plan. We cannot have 10 chocolates in a day and feel the love of chocolate, right? You have to have one every day to enjoy the delayed gratification. Again, to go to third floor, we have to go step by step. We cannot, run away or put a rope and climb. All that is literally impossible. It's easy to go step by step. So exams also, you have to go step by step. You have to be prepared well in advance, because if you prepare well in advance, your anxiety will be addressed, depression will be taken care of, because practice makes a man perfect. When Bruce Lee was asked what you are scared of, what is your fear, he said, I'm not scared of a person who knows 10,000 types of moves, but I'm definitely scared of a person who has practiced one move 10,000 times. So much is the power of practice. So, what you need to do is you have to practice your papers, practice your chapters, practice your subjects well in advance. Have a journal. So, this is what I'm talking about, psycho-cybernetics. So, when you have psycho-cybernetics, what you do is you have your hand, heart, and head coordination. Your hand, heart, and head coordination. So, all of you put your hand out. Okay. Heart, head. So, just now watch which you are putting up. I will be using my audio differently and video differently. Hand, heart, head, head, hand, heart. Are you still doing the same, or you're showing the this one? So Nabiha, do you have a question? I see your raise of hand. If you have a question, you just let me know. So I will give it to you in the end. So hand, heart, head coordination. You should have your visual, auditory, and kinesthetic right. See, because whatever your hand writes, it goes into your head, and it impacts your heart. Whatever your hand does as action, it impacts your heart and goes to your head. So it is very important to have this sync of trivium world, because the whole world is of trivium: hand, heart, head, body, mind, soul. Yeah, solid, liquid, gas. So all these trivium words are very, very important, and we need to ensure that we are taking care of our reality better. So how do you do this? That's why I said you should have an activity log, write a journal. If you have an exam, you have to start preparing at least, the least, 1 month before. So, like I said, chances chances favors the prepared. There is nothing less than preparation. Only if you are prepared, you can do well, and you will get the confidence, and you will be able to take the marks, and it will be you will be able to focus. So for our girls, I'm saying, just don't get bogged down by what's happening in the world. It's none of our business. We can never ever do anything great about external factors. It's all here. What is that internally I am? That's what matters. So, what I would recommend is, always have a journal 1 month in head. Suppose if you have 10 chapters, you say 3 days for one chapter. That means 2 days you will prepare for the chapter. The day final you will revise. So 3 tens are 30 days. So again, we don't have all the 24 hours in life for studying, right? We have to sleep, we have to eat, we have to go to college, we have to provide for the family, time for helping mom or doing your stuff and all that. So you have to know how many active hours do I have to do the study. So you should have at least 4 active hours of study where you have no distractions of phone, where you do have no distractions of television, you have no distraction of people talking or anything that will divert your mind. Like blinders, how we put blinders for the horse so that the horse does not see anything other than the road and it keeps moving forward. So we will all see a light at the end of the tunnel only if we are able to do what it takes. So this is the activity log we have to prepare, graphical visualization, and so important to have psycho-cybernetics. Psycho-cybernetics is all about body, mind, soul. That means everything should be in action. So of course, for body, we have to do a little bit of exercise, say 10 minutes of walking or anything. I always, for body, mind, soul, I say our prayers are the best. So your soul is taken care of, your body is moved in all the direction which is required, and then your mind with education. If you keep doing prayers, it will observe, retain. The retention power of you becomes more because you are internally connected to yourself. So prayers are our only power, and prayers are one way of conquering the fear of examination. So I spoke about graphical visualization. I spoke about your psycho-cybernetics. I spoke about your journal, which is visual, auditory, kinesthetic. And I'm now talking about repetition, impression, and association. See, for your mind to grab more things, you have to repeat, impress, and associate. So one way of associating things is, I can give you an example of your uh, the best thing to give example is about your conditional identities or your elements. For example, hydrogen. Hydrogen is your first element, right? Hydro is water, and gin is, you can think about a genie. So if you are graphically visualizing this, you can think a genie, I Aladdin genie, you know how a genie looks. He is drinking hydro. Hydro is water. So you can fix this visualization in your mind so that it stays with you. This visualization stays in mind with you and you are able to do this. And so hydrogen, and the next element is helium. So you can think about some of your old relative, grandfather or grandmother, somebody unwell, and you are telling heal him. Heal, H-E-E-L. You're going down to Allah and you're praying heal him. So fix this particular story or visualization in your mind so that you remember that, because our picturization capacity is very, very powerful. Like that, you have 108 elements you can fix for everything. Like silk sari. Suppose sulfur, the 14th element, I keep it as silk sari because I visualize a sari and as though some sulfur is put on that. So many things are there. The 10 is neon. So I visualize myself wearing a neon bulbed wear. I always love jackets, so I'm wearing a neon jacket. Something like that I visualize. So you can visualize whatever you want. It is left to you what you actually want to do, what you actually want to visualize. So then, like that, for everything you can visualize, keep it so that it stays with you, because like I said, it is constant. Your elements are not going to change. Your parts of speech is not going to change. So you can do this graphical visualization thinking for the things which you will have to keep it always. Is that okay? So that is amazing. So if this technique work for you, write yes, you understood. You can just try type Y, so that I know you're in the class and you're actually getting some value out of this learning. To everyone, wow. Parsha, yes. Mubina, yes. Atifa, yes. Wow, it's so nice to see. Afreen, yes. Sumaya, yes. Okay, this is adding value to you, and I'm so glad about it. Lovely. Rimsha, yes. Yes, it's really adds value to us because we need to have buckets in our mind so that you are able to visualize yourself very much. And you should always write. So your mind picks up what you write. So, write, suppose if you are learning, say, about Tipu Sultan, what you have to do is you have to take a fresh sheet of paper, put a circle and write Tipu Sultan, and then all the items related to him. For example, you can make it like sun. We put rays for the sun, right? We put center and then we start putting rays. Like that, what you can do is you can write Tipu Sultan, was a king of Mysore. He had two children, and then he bought Bangalore for 3 lakhs. Then he fought the wars with the Marathas, Mughals, and British. Whatever you want to write, and then you can also write about when he was born, when he died. Tipu Sultan died in 1799. Like that, you can make keywords because your brain is very powerful in remembering keywords. So I will tell you how you can remember that. For example, let us take 10 words like tree, bucket, telephone, typewriter, tumbler, wood, paper, pencil, and road. So, how many of you remember what words I said? Can you type it in your chat? What are the words I said? How many of you can remember? I don't see anybody writing. Pen, tea, bucket, cup, tea, bucket, telephone, pencil. Okay, telephone. Okay, loves. So now what you do, you close your eyes, all of you. All of you close your eyes. Okay. Visualize a big tree in front of you. Tree. Tree, tree, which you saw in your childhood. So visualize buckets hanging in form of fruits. In that tree, visualize buckets hanging in form of fruits. So one of the buckets fall on the typewriter, which is kept below the tree. So because the bucket fell on the typewriter is damaged. You take the telephone which is kept next to the typewriter to call the mechanic, but even the telephone is damaged. You pick up tumbler to drink water, but instead of water, you're gulping wood. So when you gulp the wood, pencil is coming out of your right ear and paper is coming out of your left ear, and that is getting laid on the road. So now I ask you a question, you close your eyes and just concentrate on the answer, or you can unmute yourself and just shout out the answer. Can we unmute all of you? Lovely. So I ask you a question, you answer in one word. What did you visualize? The first thing, what did you visualize? Everyone. Tree. Lovely.
Tree.
What did you visualize in form of fruits?
Bucket.
Bucket.
Okay, where did the bucket fall?
On the typewriter.
Typewriter.
So what was kept next to the typewriter?
Telephone.
So what did you drink? What did you take to drink water?
Wood.
Tumbler. Wood.
Tumbler. So instead of water, what did you drink?
Wood. Wood.
What came out of your right ear?
A pencil.
What came out of your left ear?
Paper.
So where did it get laid?
In the ground.
On the road. So is it easy to say now? What are the 10 words?
Yes.
Tree, bucket, typewriter, telephone, tumbler, wood, pencil, paper, road. Isn't it? Isn't it easier? Now you type. Now you see how many of you get, you were.
Doctor, please unmute yourself.
Sorry. Don't you see how beautifully your brain can, um, uh, organize itself, document itself, isn't it? Which is a better, before or after? See, Mubina has already written tree, bucket, isn't it? All the 10 elements you know in a chronological order. Such power our brain has. Whatever our brain can conceive and believe it can achieve. Look at Atifa, tree, bucket, typewriter, telephone. See, all of you are writing, all of you are getting. So it is very important to organize our brain because our brain observes story methodology, that is graphical visualization, I say. So these are the this is the repetition impression association process as well, isn't it? So it can remember anything which is exciting because see, tree will never have buckets, but because your brain loves something amazing, something which is unseen, unfold, it loves. Pencil can never come out of your ear. So it is new to that. So your brain gives importance to something which is amazing. So this you have to remember, and you have to always have a book in time of exam where you can make notes, where you can have your keywords and where you can impact. So that is very important. And then when you're prepared, when you have your own, when you're prepared and when you have your own, notes, it is very easier for you to remember, very easy for you to do the stuff. Am I there? Hey, hello, thank you so much. You can leave my food on the table. I'll have it. I'm sorry, people, I'm just getting my food. Thank you. God bless you. Oh, I'm sorry. I moved my camera. Am I there? Am I audible? Am I?
Yes, doctor.
Check. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There was just this one. See, whatever you do, no, you should have, clarity, power goals. I always believe in Almighty. My level of confidence is very high. I have short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. I will always be simpler and kinder in my words, and I will be humble. So for this, you need role models. I have a role model. My top role model is Abdul Kalam, Mother Teresa, my dear Mahatma Gandhi, Robin Sharma, and Maria Montessori. So what I do is I write down about them. I used to write quotes on them. What is important? I used to make this one. So then what happened? It became such a this one. I had submitted my papers to British Commons in the House of Commons UK. So I sent my top 10 heroes of my life, 5 world heroes and 5 home heroes. I put my dad, my mom, my husband, my father-in-law and mother-in-law as my heroes. So who helped me become who I am? Because we all keep becoming, right? We are not what we are. What you were 10 years before, you are not now. And what you are 10 years after, nobody knows. So we should live in the present. That's why it's called gift. So I had sent this to British Commons because of COVID. We were not able to travel, and I bagged the Mahatma Gandhi Leadership Award. I will show you. This is from House of Commons. So I was so glad. I was so glad that this was identified by UK. So it is so important to have your goals fixed. I always wanted to bag an award for my role models because the more you read about successful people, what are the characters they had, how they stood alone, even if they are standing alone for a cause, if nobody is there to support. If you have values, beliefs, and will to do, be someone whom you think of, you will definitely become. So we should always have clear goals and purposes in our life. What is the purpose of your life? You have to define that. You should have a vision. You should have a mission. You should have a goal in life. My goal is philanthropy. When I asked myself, what is that I want to become? I remembered Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs always says, do not settle unless you find your goals. My goal was, like I said, my first role model was Mahatma Gandhi. He always says, live as though you're going to die tomorrow, but learn as though you're going to live forever. So I used to learn. I told, if I'm just going to learn, nobody is going to look at your efforts. All of us are going to look at your results. So I said, till I die, every year I will enroll into an academic program. So I did my diploma in business administration. I did my BCom. I did my computers. I did my PGDM, MCom. I did my BEd. I did my IITD. I did my abacus. I did my calligraphy, Vedic maths. Like that, I keep doing every year one trait which I would love to improve. So that's how I learned brain power. That's how I learned Maria Montessori. Every year I enroll into a course and do something. So I went to Australia and I studied psychology. Australian Institute of Psychology Counseling. I learned counseling, cognitive behavior therapies. I went to Malaysia. I learned Zhuangzi abacus. I came to Singapore. I learned activity logs, international teaching methodologies, and all that. So why I'm saying you this is, if you believe in role models, they will inspire you to become something. Like Abdul Kalam always says, I'm not very handsome, but I can give my hand to someone who is in need. That's what I love to do. That's why I chose philanthropy, because when my favorite role model, Mother Teresa, says we cannot do great things alone. We can only do small things with great love. So love prevails. All that we have to do is love one another and nothing else. So love is the one which has to connect us, which has to bind us, because this is a temporary life. We should not do permanent solutions, and your exams are temporary. It's okay if you fail. You can always write again. You get another chance in life. Okay, we should never get dejected. If your exam marks did not come because you didn't prepare or because you didn't give time, don't be shocked, isn't it? Nothing comes without hard work. Nothing comes without sustainability. Nothing comes without commitment. Nothing comes without character. Nothing comes without hard work. You need to take the stairs to reach success, because we should not confuse our growth, progress, and success. These three are different things. Growth is करेंगे एग्जाम पास हुए तो नेक्स्ट क्लास जाती हूँ, वो दैट इज ग्रोथ. What is progress? Progress is last time you got 60%, this time you're aiming for 70%, that is progress. Success means you are outbeating yourself. You are your own competition. If you are able to do something phenomenal, that's amazing. Because if we should not compete with anybody else, we should compete to be better than ourselves. What we were yesterday, we should be better today, and we should be better than today, tomorrow. All that we have to do is think about transforming from good to great. That is your power. You have mentors, you have trainers, you have facilitators, you have teachers, you have role models. That is when your life will be amazing, because we have to live a purposeful life. Someone told, we die only once. I said, yes, we die only once, but we live every day, isn't it? So every day counts. That 86,000 plus seconds what God gives to us, we should utilize it very, 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 very powerfully, because time and tide waits for none. Time is very precious than gold. If we live our life in tight packed compartments, we will be successful for sure, because that is why everything in its time, everything has a time. We have prayer time, we have study time, we have book time, we have leisure time. Everything is in its time zone. When you do this and when you ensure your routines are in place, your examophobia will be stress stressless and stress free. See, I'm actually giving you a proper PDF for your examophobia, but I'm sharing my techniques live with you. I'm trying to give you whatever 100% I have today, because you can go back and refer to the PDF, but you cannot do this. Uh, we cannot have this conversation otherwise. See, three things are very important in your exam. That is your handwriting, your time saving techniques, and your memory. This you remember. This is very, very important in your exams. Your handwriting, memory, and time saving techniques, because we are not taking our exam paper to the lecturer, right? Your paper will represent you. So when you have a good handwriting, half of the battle is won. So whatever your eyes like, your brain also likes. And memory. So you have to remember right thing at the right time. If you remember the formula, a plus b the whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab, after you come back from the exam, it's of no use. So you should remember right thing at the right time. To keep things more in your memory, practice more of graphical visualization, prepare well in advance, make notes, sleep on time. That's so very important. Have your habits, be relaxed on your exam day. Don't read till the last moment. Read well, sleep well. That day sleep is very important, and breakfast is very important. The food, because 80% of your food is absorbed by the brain. If your stomach is hungry, your brain can't function well. So you should have good food. Don't have too much of caffeine. Just have fruits, have a light breakfast, and be in a happy mode, and tell this shall also pass. So your examophobia will run away from you, because it is your conviction that will take you forward. Because come what may, we all have to get up, dress up, show up, and never give up. So I always complete my program by saying, sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you, and God bless you. This is my high-fi statement. I believe in this statement. Sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you, and God bless you. I love this statement, and I love all of you. So this is what I wanted to say. And I also wanted to say about, having faith in Almighty, and always having this positive mindset of seeing better side of everything. Don't see the glass as half empty. Always see it as a half full. So I want to complete this by saying a small story. Mother Teresa was once driving in a bus. One co-passenger asked her, Madam, are you a foreigner? So she smiled at him and told, I'm an Indian by choice, not by chance. So we are all Indians. We need to live a life by choice. Don't settle for less. Have a happy life. God bless you all, and I love you. Barakallah fikum. I'm open for questions. It's 3:50.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was indeed very interesting. And you did not only gave us exam tips, but also many inspiring and motivating life lessons too. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank
And
you.
we'll have a small question answer session. If anyone has any question, you can ask, ma'am. Over to the audience.
Thank you, Sadika. Tell me. And the beautiful voice which spoke now, Rabia. Do you all have questions? If you don't have questions, I'm good at asking questions. So better ask me questions. We have another 8 minutes, I think. Yeah.
You can even put it in the chat box.
Yes. What, yeah? 28 participants and no questions. Oh my God. That means you understood completely or you didn't understand?
I have a question. Am I allowed?
Definitely. What's your name?
Yes. Farasha, ma'am. First of all, I must say that this session was very informative. It was very also motivating too. And like our board exams are coming up soon in like a month, less than 2 months. So like there is a lot of stress going on at school and back at home. So is there any way to relieve all this stress? Like we've been having a lot of trouble with it.
Definitely. See, one way of releasing your stress is affirmations. Affirmation in the sense you will close your eyes and say, I can move forward, you know, I can win. I can, giving away all my stress outside my mind, and you can literally take the thoughts that are stressful. You mean write. See, I always write. If I'm late, I'm very stressful. If somebody is late, also, I'm stressful. And if the things are not kept in place, I'm stressful. So if somebody else it keeps things on other place also, it is stressful for me. So what I do, what is within the, I do the serenity prayer. God, give me the wisdom for the things that I can change to change myself. Because if you leave my husband, see that water bottles are kept away there. It stressed me. You know, that bag is kept away there. It stressed me. But what I do is, God, give me the serenity to go keep it back. But if they are doing when I'm in a class, I don't even bother. I do it when I'm free. I try telling them twice, third time I don't stress myself. I say, this is my work or let it be. So what happens? We have to have the wisdom to know what is within our control and what is not within our control. So I've written a book called Sort Stress and Stop Suicide. I will also send that book to your ma'am. She will give it to you. So in that, I have cleared the myths, depression, what is stress factor, how you can come out of it. The easiest way to come out of stress is to smile. In 7 seconds, you can come out of stress. So when you're feeling stressed, you go to the mirror, you have the most beautiful person standing in front of you, you say, you can do this. You say, you can do this. And you see the difference. And when you're stressed, have a glass of water. When you're stressed, take a long, deep breath. This three things really helps because this is quick, this is fast, but definitely it helps. Did I add value to your question?
Thank you so much, ma'am. It really did clarify my little doubt that I had earlier.
So you measure
Thank
your
you so
stress.
much.
If it is small, you drink water. If it is little bigger, take deep breaths, at least 10 to 15 times, say Allahu Akbar, and then take a deep breath, close your eyes, enjoy the moment because the stress is always of thoughts. So try to evade all the negative thoughts. If you feel really again stressful, do a 8 shape walking if you're at home because of the place constraint, or just take a stroll on the road for 10 minutes. If you have a terrace, great. Walking also relieves stress. That is the biggest stress releaser. So, and I have a glass of water, so you'll feel good. Food always makes us happy, so have good food.
Okay, ma'am, noted. That was very informative. Thank you.
Thank you. I will send the stress book as well as all my 5 heroes and your Examophobia PDF and the international techniques PDF to your ma'am. Yeah. Any other question? First of all, thank you a lot, ma'am. It was so inspiring and motivational. I have a quite fear. Okay, you have fear. I have quite fear that will my dreams come true or not. However, overcome my fearness. I would like to hear some words from you to inspire me a little. First of all, love, believe every dream is valid. I want you to write this down 100 times. It's not a imposition, it is a composition of a life. Every dream is valid and every dream has the power to come true only if you believe in your dreams. Fear is not fear, it is our first attempt, first enriching attempt to redo. So we have to redo. It's okay to fail. Miss Africa, who failed 7 times before winning uh, American title, she didn't feel bad about it. She did it and she did it and she did it. Being an African woman, lifting an American title is not easy. So she was so determined that she worked hard and she did it. So like that, if you put your mind, like I said before, whatever your brain can believe and conceive, it can achieve. For that, you have to put in a lot of hard work. First, define your dream properly. What is your dream? Have a specific goal. Specific is terrific. Clarity is power. So if you have clear dream, put the goals. How much you're working on. First year, second year, third year, 4 year. How long it will take for you to achieve your goals. What should be your mindset? What should be your progress? Do you see light at the end of the tunnel? Who's your mentors? What support do you want? So if you are very clear with your dreams, every dream is valid and dreams will come true. Like Abdul Kalam said, dream is not what you see in the sleep. Dream is something which allows you to wake up from sleep and work towards it every day in and every day out. So every little progress is a progress. Mark your progress, accept, adjust, and appreciate yourself on daily basis. So what else? What questions you have, girls? Thank you so much. It was inspiring. It's so inspiring to be with you all. I really love what I do and I do what I love. Yeah. So I think I become all informal. My class is over.
Doctor, one more question is there.
Oh, is it? Okay. I'm ready to take that. Yes. I'll just
As a board student, what to do if we are unable to follow a timetable?
Board student, any student without time and table, we cannot achieve anything possible. You cannot be stable. You have to design a time. It can be any time of the day. Like I said, we have to make backup plans for all the discrepancies which crops up. If you say 2 hours of study, 2 hours of study, period. If it is not happening between 7 and 9, it is going to happen between 9 and 11. If it is not going to happen between 9 and 11, then you have to tell yourself you'll get up early and do it 4 to 6 or whatever, because the commitment what you give to others is not known. The commitment what you give to yourself is very important. So have an accountability partner. Have an accountability partner, your mother, your father, your sibling, your grandfather, grandmother, anybody. Tell them, Ma, I'm planning to study 2 hours. I used to do that with my dad. Dad, I'll study from morning 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. I will study aloud so that my mind does not wither away anywhere else, because we can be mentally absent and physically present. So that shouldn't happen. So I'll tell my dad, Dad, if you don't hear me loud, please give me a voice. So if I'm studying, like example, studying moral values. The 8 moral values which I would love to practice is values, intention, I'm thinking about speech. I'm thinking about attitude. I'm thinking about lifestyle. I'm thinking about efforts. I'm thinking about concentration. Thinking about meditation. I have to read it aloud. If I'm not doing this, my dad will question me. Hey, what are the 8 moral values you were reading? Dad, I was reading values, intention, speech, attitude, lifestyle, efforts, concentration, and meditation. That's how I will tell him. So when you have somebody asking you questions, that's the best way to follow a timetable and stick to that. So hope it was helpful.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
See, it's a rule. A rule is always there to break, but it is for you. It is up to you to make it or break it. So be very, very tough on yourself. Don't trade your time to anybody. Like I said, make every second of your life a masterpiece. Don't barter your time for nothing unworthy, because you're worthy. You're worthy of your dreams. So don't waste your time on unnecessary calls, unnecessary distraction, unnecessary topics. I don't get into current affairs. I don't get into cat fights. I became successful after I left small things for small people. I became successful after realizing that if great ideas discuss only ideas on entrepreneurship, it is average minds that discuss people. So when I stopped all that, I have become super powerful and super duper successful.
Thank you, ma'am. There's another question, ma'am.
Yes. Hi, ma'am.
Uh,
I just wanted to ask if I finish portions before time, but it has to come revision. I'm sorry. I'm just taking that question. Give me a moment. Hi, ma'am. I just wanted to ask you that I finished my portions before time, but when it comes to revision, I just feel like I'm blank off. I know that when a question paper is given to me, I'll complete the paper, but then the revision is very scary. It's because of less confidence. Oh, no, it's not about confidence. It's about overconfidence. You think I finished the portion, revision is a bore of time. This I also do. But revision is the one which will put you into better shape. So whenever you're feeling bored, once you have revised, if you have a portion, for example, let's take maths. You have matrices, calculus, you have uh, uh, conditional identities, you have Pythagoras theorem. So if you have to, this one, just a moment. Hi Dawson, I'm still in class. இல்ல இன்னும் கிளாஸ்ல இருக்க கொஸ்டின்ஸ் கேட்டுட்டு இருக்காங்க. அது முடிஞ்சோன்னா சாப்பிட்டுட்டு 10 நிமிஷம். In 10 minutes I'll be there. Yeah, 10 minutes I'll come down. You're coming up? You can come up. I'm already here. Yeah, come up now. Yeah, you can leave now. You can leave now. Yeah, yeah. Okay, please come up. Yeah. வந்துருங்கப்பா மேல வந்துருங்க. I'm done. Yeah. Sure, sure. இல்ல இன்னும் சாப்பிடுறேன். I've முடிச்சிட்டு சாப்பிடுறேன். Okay, bye. I'm sorry, I live my life in tight packed compartment, so I've given my time to somebody else at 4:15. So they're asking whether they can come up. Okay. So sorry, are you there, all of you? Check.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you have to live your life in tight packed compartments for revision. So what you have to do, suppose if you're doing Pythagoras theorem, you prepare a revision paper for yourself. Instead of revising, write it and practice. Suppose if you have something to write, instead of you revising, ask your mother to ask a question and you read it out. Or you read the question and tell that answer in front of the mirror. So that will show you how confident you are. Give yourself 10 marks if you don't blurt, if you don't forget, if you are smooth and sailing. So you have to do revision techniques differently. Suppose I'll give you an example. 10 things we have to remember in this room. So TV, door, chair, food, bed. So TV, chair, door, food, bed. What was fifth one? All of you, what was fifth one? Bed. What was first one? TV. What was fourth one? Chair. So What was fourth one? It was not chair, it was food. 3 was chair, 2 was door. So 2 was door, 1 was TV, 5 was bed, 4 was chair. So you give your brain a little technique so that you put some 10 items and say differently. Like if you're reading history, you have 10 keywords, like Battle of Panipat, 1966 or 1860, whatever number. Who fought between whom? Those two people's name. And what was the end result. So you can have an introduction, you can have a body, you can have a conclusion, you can have the reference to context. So that you can revise, then that will make it happy. Because how much of a challenge you're going to give your brain is going to love that. I hope I answered that question.
Thank you so much, ma'am. There is another question, ma'am.
Okay.
How to stay motivated, ma'am? We easily get motivated soon, but that motivation, that consistency gets very low soon. What to do to maintain the consistency and motivation?
Read quotes every day because quotes are our life. For example, you can read quotes from Mother Teresa, Abdul Kalam. Otherwise, I can send you my book, 1008 Quotes for Moving You Fast Forward, where I have 1008 quotes. Every day, I make sure I read 5 quotes. For example, the door what God has closed on us, nobody can open, and the door what God opened on us, nobody can close. When God is with us, who can be against us? Never give up. So like that, you can keep motivating yourself if you're reading best quotes in the world, because the inspirational quotes are the ones which will keep us moving forward. For that, you have to read. Have 10 minutes of quotes reading. You have so many quotes from different authors. This world is full of knowledge. This world is full of information, and you guys are leading in a information technology world where you can Google quotes, you get hundreds and thousands of quotes. So it is very important to have inspiration. So what I will do is I'll forward my stress and 1008 quotes. The more inspiration you read, the more you read about stories about things which moved people forward, you will feel very happy and motivated. So it is always get up on time and sleep on time and do things on time. That will keep you motivated. So don't be lethargic and lazy.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. So anything else? I think we are done. Okay, somebody calls it an interesting class. You all are interesting. I always love girls. So I think I can give my final statement of sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And God bless you. Thank you for all your precious time as well, because my thoughts are the reflection of yours. So it's always the aura which moves around. So thank you very much. Please share the Examophobia PDF and all the other PDFs with the children. You please go through and take notes and keep rocking. Come what may, be happy for no reasons, because happiness is the biggest of all. Be healthy, wealthy, and happy.
Thank you so much for ma'am. You have motivated us to the core.
Thank you, people. May I leave the meeting? Rabia, am I allowed to leave?
Yeah, doctor, you can leave the meeting. You didn't have your food also. Please stay.
Yeah, my food is waiting.
Thank you very
No
much,
problem.
doctor. Once again, thank you very much for your.
Thank you very much. Barakallah fikum. Pimanillah. We will connect, ma'am. God bless
Okay.
you. Anything you can just let me know. I will be happy if you can give me a feedback letter of how the session went on. And I'm so glad all of you will be receiving a certificate for participation for this program, and you all deserve every bit. Keep rocking.
Yes, doctor. You can leave, doctor.
Sure. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, people.
Bye.
Love you.
Yes, Sumya.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, let's invite Rabia Basti Auntie. Auntie was a maths teacher for years, and also she's the coordinator for GIO Chennai City. She's the assistant Nazima of Jamaat Islami Hind Ladies Wing of Chennai. I request Auntie to share a few tips for active learning. Over to you, Auntie.
Jazakallah khair, Sumya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All praises to Almighty, peace and blessings be on our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to all of you. Really, it was an enlightening subject. Most of our students, they don't study in that time, they study in the last moment. And our doctor has given you how to follow the routine and take out your pressure, everything. Girls, actually learning need concentration from the day one the topic was taught. And you need to utilize the points, as doctor has said you, in your day-to-day activities. When you make it your points in your day-to-day activities, the subject will be livelier and interesting. Definitely, I hope you might have got many of the points from the doctor, and my subject will be a reminder from you. Coming to my subject of active learning, dear girls, many of you makes the mistakes. You will straightly jump into the subject without doing any preparation. Preparation means not like heavy preparation. I'm talking here about the preparation, and it will not take much time also. So when you don't do the preparation, it will create you, it will make you frustrated, and the things will not go as you plan. As just someone has asked us, we will not be motivated. We cannot stay motivated till the end, till our exams finish. So this happens because the preparation is not there. So for that, what you need is organize the things. You should understand what, how, and when you will study. And your learning style also is very important. And then your goal setting, the goals is also very important. Don't jump or dive into the books unless you do all this preparation. So if I am not audible, you just please let me know. So my point here is organizing your studies. So to organize your studies, whenever you take any subject, the new subject, especially when you take a new subject, definitely it will take more time. It is necessary that you clearly define what your priorities are, and you had to allot the time according to that one. You necessarily needed time to your studies. Make a schedule. Someone asked now, we had to make a timetable. Yes, you had to make a schedule. Schedule will keep you active and make you involved in your studies. Plan to revise your notes at every weekend. So when you revise your notes, what will happen is it will build confidence in you. Oh, this much of work I have done, I can do. This will give you positiveness in you. So definitely you have to revise your studies after every weekend. Try to do that one. And you have to write your timetable in your diary. This is very important, girls. Fix a timetable, allot the time to all your subjects. Keep, since we are using the mobile, in mobile we can see the reminder, we have the reminders, everything, right? So you can set the reminders in the mobile, and what subject when to study, that reminder you can keep in the mobile. Very important, which I want to tell you, is you can use the color codes. This is really very important. This will save your time. So when you are studying some important details in your previous chapter, and you are using different color code folders, page dividers, or page markers, it is easy and quick way to find the needed chapter or information. So you have to use these things, girls. Remember these things that before start of your studies. Okay, first one is you have to write in the diary. Use the, if you have mobiles, you use that one. Otherwise, leave it. Write in the diary your timetable and use the color coded one. And after that, your goal setting, as already doctor said, that you had to set your goals, and that too long-term and short-term goals. To be successful in the studies, you need to take full responsibility and efforts. If you don't take the responsibility and your efforts, you cannot complete your goals. These short-term and long-term goals will make you to remain active. When you have the goals only, it will make you, you had to study this weekend, I have to finish this much of subject. So this will keep you active. Know what is your goal. When you understand your goal, this will help you to complete your syllabus. So setting the goals will make you a more efficient student. If you don't set the goals and just plan the timetable, you cannot be an efficient person, or you cannot be an efficient student. So plan to set the goals, and that goal should be achievable one. Okay, so long-term goals need ample of time. long-term goal means you are setting the goal to complete the entire syllabus. So it needs more time, give that time for that much of time for that subject. Okay. And after that, you need to be, already Dr. She said, you should be smart. Smart means the abbreviation of this one is specific, measurable, achievable, real, and time bound. When you are setting the goals, you take care that your goal is specific one. I want to study. This is not specific. When you say, I want to study today, five pages from the chapter 1, that is a specific one. So you should have a specific goals, measurable one, how much you are going to study, that is also should be there, achievable one and real one. Just don't imagine that I'm going to do all the book today itself, and fix the time also. So this will make you smart and your goals also smart. You're studying atmosphere, girls, where you are studying, doctor said that atmosphere is also very, very important. Even though many of us, we cannot have the luxurious home or spare rooms, right? But we can pick a room or a place to concentrate. Place makes lot of difference. Can you see me, girls? Or place makes lots of difference. If atmosphere is not good, you will lose your focus, become frustrated, and this will affect your studies also. So take care of your place where you are studying. Even though you don't have luxurious homes or spare rooms, still possible to create a good atmosphere for your studies. Like how means you can select the place like your living space, with where many of your people or your family members are sitting. Okay. Or you can keep a small desk in the bedroom or in the sitting room. So before when you are sitting over there, just make sure that you inform your family members, because they should not say the thing that you are sitting over there just to have a talk, or you are going to have a coffee or something like that. So inform that you are sitting over there because you want to finish your syllabus. Yes, doctor said your loved one's support is very much needed to complete your syllabus. So inform that you are not free, you are sitting there for the studies. Whether you are using a kitchen room, or you are using a kitchen table, desk in the bedroom, or you are sitting in a corner of a sitting room, or wherever you want to start your studies, you have to follow some guidelines to create a well-organized study atmosphere. So by following these guidelines, not only you can become a good learner, but also will help you to remain healthy during your studies. That's very important. You should be very healthy during your studies, girls. So for that one, you need the chair. This chair, you may be telling, what auntie, I need a chair to sit and study. Yes, you have to find a chair in such a way that it should support your back, lower back and spine also. The chair should have arms that will be more comfortable. Your elbows should be 90 degrees angle to the body. Especially if you are doing any typing work or lots of typing work you are doing, adjust your chair in such a way that your feet touch the ground, touch the floor. If it is not touching the floor, then use a footstool. So you follow the chair using this one, girls. Then after that, the important thing is the desk. Many people says that untidy desk develops a creative mind, but for study purpose, it is best to keep a desk tidy. It should be clean. Unorganized, messy desk will snap your energy and make you less productive. And even if you place a plant on the table, it will develop, or it will give restore your attention. You can keep a plant, or you can keep any image of the nature. So it will give you more attention. It will give you concentration. So try to follow keeping the desk clean and neat. Sometimes what happens when your desk is not clean, your papers will get mixed and you will be searching it here and there. You will get frustrated, and that will affect your studies also. So keep your table clean and neat. And next one is your computer. So if you are using a computer, your eyesight should be, your computer, the screen should be your level of the eye level, okay? Or a little bit low is also okay. And look away from the screen regularly to far object, so that your eye should not get affected. You had to, when you're using the desk computer, don't keep your mouse far away. Keep your mouse nearby, and don't use only your wrist arm. Use complete hand, your complete hand. Really, girls, comfort zone is really very important when you are studying. So make sure that you are comfort, your sitting place, everything is comfort, and then only you start your studies. Okay. After that, your learning style. You should understand how you are learning. What is your learning style? This is also very important, because if you don't know what is your learning style, because maybe you can be a night bird, as doctor said, she's get up early morning and she studies, right? Many people find that they're most alert in the morning and they spend most of their time on the studies before their normal routine starts. And I think it is a better time. According to me, it is better time, because daytime guest may visit, or some sudden work may come. So it is better to study early mornings before everyone is sleeping. In fact, many world successful people are early learners. They finish their work rest when rest of the world is sleeping. So like this, many other different types of learning styles are also there, like taking the notes, by hearting the thing, explaining what you learn to others. You can explain to, as doctor said, you can explain to your mother, to your brothers and sisters, you can explain, and even you can watch or listen the same chapter or the lesson which you are studying through YouTube, through the any Google platforms. Okay, so these are the few techniques, learning styles. You can follow whichever you feel comfort for you and easier, to making you easier your studies. Okay, follow any one of these types. Next one is active learning. So to be active learner, okay, to be active learner, no need that you should be scanning the papers or should have continuously studying. The main aim of this type of active learning is to completely present. You should be completely present and you should interact with the syllabus. What does it mean? Means your body will be there sitting in front of the computer or in front of the book, but your mind will be absent. This will not give you confidence. This will not be of any useful. So to gain the confidence, what you should do is your body, mind, everything should be present there, and you should read with your full mind. Okay, then only you can become an active person. To be active learner, no need for you to read the books complete page by page or scan through the chapter or the lesson. Rather, you need to develop, or you need to read the points thinking. Just think how the what it was mentioned there, and you go on reading. This will make you an active learner. And one more thing which I want to tell you is that when you are reading, some chapters will have the same concept, previous chapter will have same concept. What you can do is you link this chapter with the previous one. So linking will develop more comprehensive and understanding of the topic. So you can do this one also. There are other many ways of learning, but these are the few which I want to share with you. And one more important thing is, don't and ever move to new chapter unless you understand what you are learning, you are complete with the chapter. Don't move to other chapters. Okay, and use the diagrams and write the notes. This will make you understand the topic in a very nice way and a better way. So approaches to become an active learner. There are many approaches to become an active learner. Here I am pointing out a list and write down your list and write bullet points. So what does it mean? List and write down bullet points means, excuse me. So list and write down means when you are reading the syllabus and when you are reading the subject, you will come to know your strengths and weakness. You will find out yourself, where you are strong, where you have the capacity to score more marks, and where you are lagging behind. So you write it down, your strengths and weakness, and try to find out how to solve those weakness. Maybe your sister or brothers can help you, or you need any tutor, something like that. You plan and to eradicate that weaknesses, and to plan something like that to stop those weaknesses. Okay, and your strengths, you try to make the strengths a more effective one, so that you can score more marks in that place. Okay, so next one is mind map and diagrams. This is really creative way of reflecting and give you creative solutions. So use the mind maps, and you can use the diagrams, linking up the pictures, everything you can do. So this is really very important. Very, very important thing is your habits. Your habits is more important, because when you have such habits, which is some bad habits, which will hinder your progress, they will stop you from getting progress or getting higher level, or studying in a proper way. So find out those habits and try to remove it. One of such habit is your procrastination. Girls, this is the biggest enemy of our life. If you have this habit, procrastination means postponing the things to next day. I will do it tomorrow. Don't do that one. Okay, if you have this habit, stop that one that time itself. It will not allow you to enjoy your studies at all. To kick these bad habits, organize your study by setting the goal simple and achievable one. Don't plan that I am going to read the complete book today. In your goals, in your timetable, if you plan in such a way, you cannot do it. You will get frustrated. You will tell, okay, I will do it tomorrow. You will procrastinate, right? So plan in such a way that you can finish your syllabus. How much? That much only you plan accordingly. And next thing is negative self-talk. As just now doctor said that I cannot do. Definitely you cannot do. So this is a negative talk. It will affect your mindset, your study mindset. Okay, so stop telling that I cannot do. Okay, this we have a way to fight this bad habit. How means, take a moment to think the reality. You just stop studying and just sit down and think, why I am not able to understand this one. It is really that the information, the subject is complicated, or any other thing. Why I am not able to concentrate? What is the reason? Maybe the reason can be you will be very tired. Just close your eyes, relax, take rest. That is what you can do at that moment. Go and sleep, or have a walk, do exercise, something you can do to bring back your concentration. Okay, girls? So never tell that I cannot do. You can able to do everything. You can achieve everything. So coming to my next topic is top tools for the motivation. So in this one, I want to share with you, create a schedule you can stick to. Your schedule is really very important, girls. Your schedule should be achievable one, a real one, and you can able to follow. Make a schedule in such a way. Don't make the very complicated schedule, or very like I can do in that imagination schedules. Don't do like that. You plan a schedule in such a way that it should be achievable one, and it should be a real one. And regularly revisit your goals. Already I said you to set the goals. So you had to go and regularly visit those goals, whether I am following it properly or not, whether my whether my long term and short term goals are I am following it, I am able to I am able to complete it or not. You just go and check it. And the next point is stay healthy. This is really very important. We all know in our life, health is how much important. And during the corona time also, we saw how much health is important. But maintaining healthy lifestyle during study is really necessary. You know, when you are having fever, or if you have headache, you cannot take out your book and study. So that too, during the exams, if you are not healthy, if you are having any problem, you cannot study, you cannot your mind cannot be motivated, right? So you have to take care of your health. You can go for a walk, you can eat healthy food, you should have the sleep on time, you have to get up on time. Everything you have to follow to keep your health in a good condition. Next one is balance your time between studies and your routine work. Girls, really, this is the point many of the students, they don't follow. If exams means they will have in their timetable 7 to 8 I will study this, 8 to 9 I will study this, 9 to 10 I will study this. Completely they will plan for studies, leaving their routine work. Routine work means the time which you eat your food, the sleeping time, the exercise, if you are doing exercise time, even your prayer time also is a routine work. This also should be considered in your syllabus, in your timetable. Your studies should not disturb your routine work. Balance your study time in such a way that your routine work should not be disturbed. And most important, you should not miss your prayers because of your studies. Positive thinking. Close your eyes. Yes, doctor said, close your eyes and think of your goals. My goals. I have set my goals. It is you who has set the goals. It is not me or someone else. It is you who has set the goals. You have one imagination, you have one goal, you have one aim, right? So think positively and you think imagination in a positive way. This will make you motivate and move you towards the short-term goals, finishing the short-term goals. So be positive. You can do it. Yes, you can do it. So think in that way that I can do this one. I can able to do this. I will complete it. Definitely, inshallah, you will finish those whatever plans you are having. Don't force concentration. If you find your mind constantly wandering, it happens, right? We are sitting over here. I know how many of you are listening or how many of your minds will be wandering here and there, right? So it will, you will not have focus in your studies. Then what you had to do, stand and walk. You had to walk around the room, stand by the window, take the fresh air, take the breath. These physical activities will boost our body energy and clear our mind and bring thinking back. So dear girls, follow these few tips. There are many more tips, but I want you to share only these tips. You need to have a healthy body, mind to complete the syllabus with constant interest and effectiveness. There are number of ways to be motivated. So I hope that you will follow these tips in your studies and you definitely will become an active learner. All the best for your exams. May Almighty bless you success in both the worlds. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, auntie. Jazakallah khair for the beautiful tips, auntie. Any doubts from the audience?
I think all of them had asked all the doubts to doctor. So it's already time.
Thank you so much, auntie. Jazakallah khairan for the amazing tips. Now I request Rabia Tasneem to deliver a vote of thanks.
Jazakallah, Sumaya. Am I audible?
Yes, good.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very good evening to one and all gathered here today. It is an immense pleasure for me to deliver the vote of thanks for this workshop. Let's start by thanking Allah for helping us all with every little things. Indeed, without His will, nothing is possible. Then I would like to thank our speaker of the day, Dr. R. Vijaya Saraswati ma'am, for honoring this workshop in such an interesting and amazing way. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank GIO in charge, Rabia auntie, for guiding us and supporting us. Jazakallahu khairan kasira, auntie. I would like to express my gratitude to our whole GIO team for helping us in every possible way. Jazakallahu khairan kasira, all. And last but not the least, our audience for making this workshop a great success. Hope this workshop will benefit us, inshallah. May Allah reward us all. Ameen. Once again, Jazakallahu khairan kasira. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi.